Okay. Hello, everybody. I don't know why I said hello, everybody. Like, there's better be like 5 people. Actually, 5 people would be a pretty big amount to watch this. Anyway, so with my final project finally being done, I'm recording this the same day we did the in-class critique. I finally have I think I can finally, go over it all. I waited till the critique because I was like, what if someone brings up a really good thing that I need to add? But I just got a lot of praise and it was really nice. It's fucking awesome. So anyway, I wanted to start before we get into the actual. Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I have to explain what I'm doing. So this is like an artist commentary thing. I might do this for other videos, like Sup, that whole show. But yeah, so I'm gonna go over kind of the process behind making it. And I like doing commentary, but I'm just restricted to stuff that I make. So yeah. I guess I'll go over the whole point of the film. It was pretty obvious to those who watched it, probably, but I'll go into depth about it. And also, if you haven't actually seen the film, what are you doing here? I don't even know how you could watch this without doing that. But yeah, the film's about a kid inventor, and he invented a gadget that metaphorically and physically creates a bubble around it. So it's like a gadget, but also a metaphor. And it oh my god. I'm trying to sound so smart and I'm just failing. And basically it shields him from having to do social interactions and anything like that. Even just doing his schoolwork, he can get around it. Cause it's like the teacher would be yelling at him and he's just like anyway. The conflict of the film is basically he loses his gadget and he starts freaking the fuck out because he has to navigate, being social all while finding his gadget. And along the way, he not only finds meaning in the interactions he has with others, but he also finds meaning in simply being himself. Can you tell I wrote all this down? Okay, anyway, slowly but surely, he realizes that he could simply go back to comfortably being by his lonesome. Or he could also... Wait, what? I wrote this so terrible. Or he could take a risk and decide to see what it's like to interact with the world. Despite his hesitance, he chooses to abandon his comfort zone and enter the world of the people. So yeah, it's basically kind of my life, but if a square was there instead. Anyway, I'm gonna get this stupid fucking picture off the screen. And what the is this an ad? Yeah. Don't fuck with my 1 hour of acoustic guitar music, bro. Sorry. Oh my god. Spoilers. So I'm gonna start with the first concepts. Ignore Ross hitting the doobie up there. So get this off my screen, bro. What is this? Like, how do I make this? I'ma focus. So, this is, the guy over here is the originally the design for Mr. McFlurry, as I call him, because he doesn't have a name. And this is a pretty hair person, also doesn't have a name. None of them have names. Except for the orange guy. His name is P-Man. He's not... I forgot to draw him. Oh yeah, here's all the characters. Let me add P-Man so you guys know who I'm talking about. It's this guy. This is P-Man. I'll come back to this later. Anyway. So... yeah, this is just a bunch of sketches, pretty much, of the different world building places.
he has to go to school. So how does he get to school? He goes on the bus. This is his classroom.
Once school is done, he gets on the train. Oh, wait. Okay, bus, classroom, cafe, train. Oh, I forgot the work. Okay.
Let's start from the top.
He goes to his workshop at his house where he builds stuff. Then he gets on the bus and he goes to the classroom. Then he goes to eat lunch and then he gets the train home. See, the first thing that popped up in my mind that I knew I wanted to draw was a train. But I didn't even know how to incorporate it to the plot, so I just had him, like, every day after school he goes to buy flowers.
Which is awesome. It gives him a personality.
And yeah, this is his first sketch. I don't know what happened to his outline. Yeah, I don't know. And this is Analog, that's her name. Because it's like a clock. Analog clock. Ignore the fact that she's a digital clock. But yeah, she's awesome. And now, let's see. The next thing I did after that was a bunch of backgrounds. See, my thought process is that I would draw them all, and that way I can envision how the scene would look. Or if I'm really lazy, these would be the final ones. And I'm glad these are not the final ones for the most part. This is the bedroom. You'll see the comparison later when I pull up the actual thing.
This is the kitchen.
This looks terrible. I'm so glad I changed this one.
Where was I?
Oh, the workshop. This one basically looks the same except everything. The curb. This one is like almost identical. The bus. Almost identical. The desks are pretty close, I guess. Not really. Oh yeah, the teacher barely had a design at this point. The flower shop. Ooh. The grave. The main office. This is like the river or whatever. The river. The pond. The hallway. And the lunchroom. And yeah, I had this little filter so I could see all the values, see if they're terrible. They were mostly terrible anyway, but I just like kept it. I don't know why. Oh yeah. And here we got the storyboard. This was before all the backgrounds were drawn, but I'm not gonna go over all this. If you want, you could like slow down the video 300% and read it. I'll give you a shot. There was actually a lot of cut shots. Maybe I can point those out. I'll point out when I see one. This whole segment was edited, but I'll get to that later. This was sorta edited. Oh yeah, he was gonna have a speech. Oh my god, I could even play the sound files. I didn't think of that. I could do that, yeah. I might. Oh, I guess I'll point out the ending change. He was gonna actually talk to them. He's gonna be like, hey. And they would look at him like, oh my god, what? He speaks? And they'd be like, yeah. Includes him in the combo. That's the best I could do. I wasn't actually gonna write a combo. I was just like, yeah, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, I'm all over the place. So yeah, this was the next thing I did. I did a test of the train. The train wasn't in here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I was wrong. The train is the first thing I drew. Before all of these backgrounds. This. Because I knew I wanted this. And I'm so proud of how the train came out in the actual finished project. But this, I knew I wanted this, and I don't even know why. But yeah, this came out awesome. So, my god, why'd I click on this again? So yeah, that's almost it. This is the last thing before we get into the actual project. The funny thing about this is I made it halfway through the production of the film. Because I was like, you know, I should probably have these all in one document or something. And even then, I didn't even draw P-Man on here, so I don't know what the point of this was. But yeah.
Let's get to the first scene, not the last scene. Thank you very much. Rubs my fingers together.
Fingers?
Rubs my palms together. Hurry, please. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Gotta give a quick shout out to, what's this guy? Alan Goggle. Give you a fat like. Oh, I thought someone was knocking on my door, what the hell? Okay, quick disclaimer. The font is wrong because that's a Mac only font. I'm pretty sure. So I have no idea how to get it. You'll also notice a lot of missing sounds. Almost all of them were added in post-editing, so...
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dad.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pause it a lot, so... I really like this, because I added so many details to the little things. Like one of his inventions. It doesn't stand out too much. It doesn't distract, but it is a good detail. Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. And you can also notice the clouds moving in the back. And it doesn't really distract.
Good morning, get ready for your day.
And also that's so funny that she's talking. And then it goes to like the time when she says day.
Oh my god. This is like details.
And then look at the glow up of the kitchen. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna do this for every glow up, but this one is so much better. Look at the old, look at the new. Look at the old, look at the new. That was embarrassing that I even drew that original one. Like, what the hell is that supposed to even, like, symbolize? Like, what? Anyway, this is a pretty normal kitchen, but it looks nice.
No one ever said anything about my backgrounds during the critique.
So that means that they blended in really well, and they didn't stick out, which is a good thing. Because if someone did point out the critique, if someone pointed out the backgrounds, maybe they would have been like,
oh, they stick out too much.
And then I would have cried. But yeah, just look at this. Even the clouds here, I think, move. No, they don't. I'm sorry. I'm a liar. And then here we got...
Internet bill went up?
Looks like you need Verizon
my
home
God.
internet. No surprise price hikes or hidden fees, because nobody...
Kill yourself. I'm talking to the ads, not you, wonderful viewer. Bling.
You know, usually I have some sort of drawing off screen. I don't think this one has any. It's just a bunch of camera tricks. I got lazy, I didn't do anything outside.
Anyway,
that was scene 1A. What do I think of it? It was super short. Not much to say there. 1B is pretty short too.
Okay.
I had to search up how to draw tools because I didn't know off the top of my head. You know, I did this whole final project, but I'm not even a good artist. Like, I actually I actually don't know how to draw like anything. So I have to do a lot of work in knowing how to draw stuff. I kind of just like weaseled my way through this whole school year. Anyway, you know, this is supposed to be a bunch of his inventions or like the tools that he used. I got lazy, I just drew a bunch of mulch or whatever to signify that there's something there. And then obviously we got the cameos, we got, you know, whatever this is, no one knows what that is. We got a Roomba, we got a giant USB, I wonder what that means. And a giant hat, totally no significance. And here is a
walk cycle.
Now this walk cycle, I'm very proud of. It was the basis of every other walk cycle that I did. Every other one, I looked at this one, and I'm like, how did I do that? So I basically just replicated it.
And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah. I'm exposing myself here, but this turnaround is Dog Dookie.
Dog Dookie.
Look how... That doesn't even make sense. Like, are you really turning around? I can't even tell. What is this? Maybe? Maybe this works, but why does the head stay the same? I don't know. And then you snap into that. No one notices. See, it almost looks believable. Someone once said, animation is not about the frames, it's about what the brain imagines in between. And maybe the brain imagined that this was a good animation. Now we got
this completely unrealistic animation.
I let it play for too long. I'm not even gonna say anything other than
Bruh. This is amazing. I would watch this all day.
Let me see. We got the squash. I like that. I like that extra squash. Then we got the stretch. So I basically passed the class. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna say it now. None of these other things have any meaning whatsoever. Just drew I just drew random things. I mean, maybe if I were ever to do more with this, maybe if I were to do more with these characters, I'd have him maybe relapse and use his other gadgets. But I don't know what this means. I don't want to know either. The number 3, I thought that was really funny. But yeah. He, for some reason, squishes it and throws it. Which I kind of like. I kind of like it. But that smear is terrible. Very noticeable. I don't know how to do smear, to be honest. And then, yeah. At first, I didn't really know how I wanted the bubble to form. But this was pretty solid.
And that's the end of that scene. Time for scene 2. This one has a lot of backgrounds.
What if you could do SEO
What if you could
smarter
shut up?
and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta.
What if you can die? You know, Alan Goggo, you put too much ads in your video.
You sick bastard. You sick bastard. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Okay. So yeah. This one is pretty identical to the background. Except I think I made the stop line look... Ah, what the fuck? Oh.
Sorry for the bad words, guys. I didn't mean it.
Anyway. The stop sign, I think I made it look less stupid. I just changed the colors a little. And I made the stop sign angry. One of my favorite details. And, oh yeah. One of my favorite things about the entire project is how I managed to just make the world around him exist. Because sometimes shows will just have the main character, like, you know, just have a very empty world of people just doing nothing in the background. Or like, I was watching Invincible, right? And in season 2, they literally have like stock characters or something. It almost looks like stock images. And they'll just like pan across the screen with like no movement whatsoever. But I wanted to make sure that these characters, you know, existed outside of the main character. And that's actually I mostly decided that for part of the moral of the story. And it's like, the world exists without you, so you might as well like be a part of it. You know, like, why are you in your own world? And there's a much more interesting world outside of you. So yeah. Also notice the clouds moving. This is just beautiful. For me, who used to draw like really terrible backgrounds, this is some pretty good improvement. I'm very happy. I think this is like one of the only times I have the main character blink. Look at MC Flurry blinking. It looks very terrible when I speed it up. And yeah. This bus scene I actually thought would look a lot better. It looks alright. The only detail I like is like an Enderman or something. I don't know what that is. And then there's like a giant house for some reason. And yeah, little bus guy is angry because the Bubble Boy is taking up most of the seat. He's like, "Argh!" And yeah, this school is very low detailed. I don't know how to draw a school. And the reference I used pretty much looked like this, so I simplified it. And yeah.
Lorem Ipsum High is a funny name. Oh my god! I missed that detail. I'm gonna get a 0 on my project. I'm gonna drink the water. Done drinking water.
I feel like there should be some type of motion in the scene. But maybe it works. I don't know. Oh yeah, the clouds.
The clouds! That's a consistent thing. The clouds are always moving.
And here we have the teacher. I drew him very ugly in this scene. I'm sorry, teacher. You're very disgusting.
He's like, hey! Wake up!
Time for cameos. We got Triangelo.
From the Duck Guy comics. Yeah. The Duck Guy comics.
And then, if you watch the, you'll notice I basically just copied Trapezoid, but made him into this world, because it's a pretty seamless transition. His friend is a rock, and I don't know what that is, but it's his friend, too. And yeah, as you can see, they still, like, move and stuff, so they're talking. Triangelo's just, he's busy brooding, you know? Oh yeah, and this is the infamous train. I'm so proud of this. Just look at that! Oh my god. Oh my god. The texturing, so unneeded, but it adds a lot. And even stuff like this, these little screws, it just adds so much. These little dots.
Oh!
And the little, like, train, like, patterns on the...
Oh my god, it's so good!
One thing I also like... Oh, shoot. I forgot to mention. Hold on. Let's go... Let's go here.
Ew, what is that freeze frame?
You're not gonna be able to hear it now, I imagine. But in the background, someone's saying... No, wait. Wrong part. Okay, in this part, you won't be able to hear it, but someone's saying...
And then I said, what the sick...
I don't know why I wanted to include that. I don't even usually find the brain rot funny, but... And then this part, he's just yelling, I hate you, into his phone.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!
Yeah.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!
And again, that adds into the world.
They exist outside the main character. I hate you, I hate you! Self-explanatory, that part. Don't have much to say there.
Oh yeah. I was kind of disappointed because he definitely slides a crap ton. But I also didn't know how to work around that since the scene had to be that length.
So yeah, I'm a little sad. A loving mom.
You know, if there's one thing I would change, there's actually a lot more than one thing I would change. But maybe I wouldn't cut straight to the tombstone. Because actually a lot of shows do that as like a punchline. So I don't want that to be perceived as a punchline because it's not. I tried to work around it by having like a fade away. Then the music fades out and then you're like,
BOOM!
Well, no, it's not boom because it fades in. But even then, I feel like someone would look at that, like the wrong person would look at that and just like bust out laughing. I guess it's not my fault. Another detail I added was some kind of shut. Oh my god!
Good friends will share it anyway.
Anyway, so these blue flowers are supposed to symbolize the main character. But the thing is, a fun detail I imagine in my mind is that the main character never placed those. They just kind of naturally grew.
And you could consider that some sort of miracle, maybe. That was my thought process. Maybe some heaven interference from the mom.
But
you don't have to believe that. That's just my thought, you know?
there's not much to say about the background here. It's actually kind of lackluster.
IMO.
You can see the
lights going out. It's not a very important detail, but he's like, wow. Will my mom like this bouquet? Maybe. There you go, Ma. Hand flies off screen.
And yeah, something I wanted to do was I wanted to make this, you know, pretty subtle. The attentive viewer will know where he put his gadget. And then there'll be a payoff at the end. But it's not like so obvious to where I think everyone will see it. Maybe some people will miss it. I think the majority will get it though. Especially when in this, I think it has a little twinkle. Well, I found it immediately. That's crazy.
Good.
Yeah, it's a very slight twinkle. And yeah, he looks back one more time. He's like, alright. Then he walks off. Yippee! I mean, look. You could probably argue a plot inconsistency here. You could probably say,
Oh, why didn't he notice his gadget was gone? Doesn't he, you know, always put it back or something?
and I would have to say to that,
He didn't feel like doing that today. You know, he didn't feel like doing that. Oh my god, I already spent 30 minutes. Oh my god. Anyway. Wake
Get
up!
Time to waiting.
also, I'm so much more proud of how I drew Analog here. Because in the first scene, she looked
Stupid.
Get up. Time to waiting.
I love that.
I love this. Watch. Squish. 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 Okay.
Anyway, so he starts walking, he's like,
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. The clouds are moving.
you know, I don't have much to say about it. I am very proud of this finger wagging motion though. It's very small, but it's a lot of personality. And he's like,
What? Oh my Cortida.
wait, what? I thought I colored in his mouth here. Uh-oh.
I'm a failure.
Wait, is that in the final? Yeah, oh my gosh.
Everyone dislike this video now.
Oh yeah, obligatory SpongeBob close-up. I actually referenced SpongeBob close-ups for this.
Oh my dough. He starts tweaking out. I can't draw buses. I cannot draw buses. That's an excuse for a bus. And there's scene 2. It's 30 minutes already. Wow. Wow. Wow.
I think from now on, I'm only gonna point out, like, actual details that matter. Because I'm just pointing out, I'm literally just recapping the plot at some parts. That's not artist commentary, that's artist summary. That's not even a summary, because I'm not, like, elaborating further. That's just yap. This animation sucks. This one is pretty good. I really like... okay. I have a love and hate relationship with it. I expected it to look, I don't know, better. But it's good for what it is. I mean, I don't know why I expected it to be better, but I did. Does this look like a good run cycle to you guys? I don't know. Comment down below. But I love his expression. He's like, ah! I think I did a good job at mixing kind of anime-esque expressions and, you know, cartoony expressions in like American Home.
Scientifically crafted to help guys achieve thick and healthy-looking hair.
Thanks.
Switch to Chrome to
You
look
know
at
what?
favorite sites fast.
I'm gonna buy Old Spice shampoo. I'm gonna do it.
Fast, safe.
I'm not. I lied.
Okay. And yeah, I'm not, okay. Yeah, I was about to point out like the smudgy background, but I'm like, no, because we're supposed to be going through this a little faster. I don't think this looks realistic. Let me know what you guys think. This locker thing. Although I did get a reference for it. A really weird reference, but...
He's like, oh! Bunch of references. Duck Eye. Japanese symbol for beginner. Kirby. A pair of pants.
Oh yeah, my favorite detail. He writes on the board, "I hate you all. The day is 4/20/69." And this.
Letter of de-recommendation. I'll do a little voice for this.
This teacher is simply the worst ever! The fact he was even hired is an insult to the Board of Education and all it stands for. But my grievances with this man seem to be evident to me, and only me! So allow me to reveal what this man truly is. As per protocol, occasional checks must be made to each classroom to observe the teacher's style of teaching and whatnot. Classic protocol, nothing wrong. But observing him, looking back, I'd have preferred being mauled by a bear. Oh my god, that is so funny. Starting off, saying he has no control over his classroom would be an understatement. The class dozes off while he speaks, or just pretends to care. That isn't rare, but there was something even worse. There was a student literally encapsulated in a bubble. Said student was able to completely deafen himself from the teacher. And what did the teacher do in retaliation? Yell loudly. What does that accomplish, huh? The kid can't hear you. He proceeded to yell at the kid for 20 minutes and refused to proceed with the assignment at hand. All the while, said kid was sleeping like a baby. The fact that we haven't fired this man is an insult to the institution I worked so hard to maintain. There was so much saliva in my mouth. And I truly feel sympathy for the kids he's meant to mentor. Rhymed. Meant and mentor? That's a fire bar. Especially considering he hasn't done anything about the kid in the bubble, and it's halfway through the school year at this time of writing.
I don't know why I wrote all that, but I did. The point of it was to show how long our main character has been ignoring the world. And I did reveal this in the storyboard. It's a line of dialogue I wish I kept in. He said, "Today was the first day I've talked to someone this whole school year." And I think that's important information, because it shows just how
secluded bro is. Just how secluded.
Anyway, you know,
Charlie Brown.
Group project! Starts melting.
This is a reference to the first day of school, where we use gummies and sticks.
I will clarify, I really wasn't even nervous on this day, so this isn't about me. I would not be nervous in this situation.
But the main character, he would be. Chomp, 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 chomp. I don't got nothing to say about this. I like the background here. It goes from, he's like thinking, and there's even like question marks. He's like, "Ooh?" But then he starts, you know, getting an inkling maybe he should actually do something. So he's like, it changes color, and then boom.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. That's a little camera trick. I didn't even move this guy in the back. I just, you know, moved everything else. So, yeah. And, yeah. A bunch of cameos time. Get out the way, mister. Out the way. So, there we go. We got Japanese symbol for beginner. We got empanada. We got bowl. And we got toy black. All a part of the class, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Walk cycle is pretty good, you know. I like how I drew the legs, you know.
This is a very exaggerated pose.
How did he do this?
Yeah, I voiced the teacher.
Blah 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 blah. Shut up.
I don't know why, I was really proud of this waving. I mean, look at the ease.
And the ends there. That's so much ease. I'm so proud. It's easy. Yeah, I guess. My gosh. What does say? Man, it's such a... Ah, I got in the wrong order. I forgot. Time for scene 4. Scene 4. I want some more. I'm gonna stop. Why am I doing that? I don't need to be doing that.
Damn, what the fuck did I put into scene 4? Where it's taking that long? So yeah, if you pay attention to the background, you'll notice
These 3 don't have seats. Where are they gonna sit? But our main character, still, he's tuning out the world. Now, he's like, I don't give a crap.
oh,
Finally, something outside.
see, if you notice, these 3 are not on the character designs, so
I made their designs right now. I made them designs while animating. And it came out pretty good. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey!
I really like this anticipation because he's just like, he has so much time of just staring. And there's not even like a dramatic effect. He just like, he just like squishes. And this frowns.
I'm so sad for you.
Yeah, I don't know why I did this. You know, I was actually considering deleting this because, you know, in a professional portfolio, do you really want like
Whatever this is, I don't know. I don't know. Seeds? Oh, my dough. Kill me. This expression is golden. I like this expression. I like them smiling.
There's kind of details here. I'm not gonna elaborate too much on it. These 2 are talking to each other. This guy starts speaking. The other 2 turn to him. I don't think you can really notice all of it because it zooms into Stinky over here. Only thing I'm pointing out here is the door says,
Gotcha! Gotcha! This walk cycle is awesome. He's turning around, and that turning around almost looks good. Almost! Can you believe it? And honestly, if you looked at the storyboards, let me get you.
originally he was gonna be walking in a city. I did not want to do all that. And it made more sense to lead up to the scene that was gonna happen next.
So, yeah, he's just walking on a road. The road ends, and now he's in a bunch of grass.
Now, why would bro look for his gadget in a place that he's literally never been before? I don't know. He was getting desperate. Very, very desperate. And I guess being desperate means you become absolutely idiotic.
And now it's time for this scene. Okay. How much time? Oh, 45 minutes! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. And here we get a cool and nice opening. We get some still shots of the environment, all the beautiful flowers, all the water. He's standing there. He's like, wow. I guess this really was Bubble, a final film. Title drop.
Yeah. And then I got my friend to voice this. It was kind of bad timing. When it actually came out. I hope he still watches it.
Yo, the flowers are nice, huh? Oh, okay, I get it. You're not a talker. That's cool.
Where's his legs?
Got a lot of friends like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate my voice acting so much. But it wasn't that bad.
Now this is a very pretty angle. This is the first thing I drew. I drew the rest after. But yeah, it's
This but
pretty. As you can see, the clouds move. That's the only important thing. Let's go here.
yeah, I'm talking too much, aren't I?
I guess I'm a baka.
You're lucky,
That's
man.
basically what it sounded
Talking
like.
so much gets to be a curse.
Dude, I try to have these vulnerable moments in like the stuff that I create, and I almost take nothing serious. There's a lot of things I do take serious, but I never take myself serious. So anything I make, I'm like making fun of it.
Like, I guess I'm a baka. I'm sorry. I guess everyone hates me. Guess I deserve
gets
it.
to be a curse.
I like this. I really like how
Look at the easing on this crown. It doesn't look robotic. It looks cool. I don't like this part. Look how his body transforms. Look. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, like what the fuck is that?
I'm not lucky.
I'm not a baka.
I didn't stop making fun of myself.
I wish I could talk like you. Or at least half as much.
What is that pose?
He's like...
Okay.
You wish you could talk? You're doing it right now.
It isn't the same.
It isn't the
Harder on you
same.
people, right?
You know, I don't even like that line.
You wish you could talk? You're doing it right now.
I think I like it better in the original.
He says something like, he says, for the record, it sounds like you can conversate just fine.
And I think that makes more sense. Because he's saying, you know...
In this one, he's saying, you know, you say you don't know how to conversate, but you're doing it just fine.
And in this one, he's literally, he's talking, and then he says...
But you're talking right now.
And... it just doesn't hit the same.
You wish you could talk.
Because one is saying, you conversate, which is like, to be able to conversate means you can formulate your words, and you can like react to what someone's saying or something. But to talk is literally just the act of opening your mouth. So like, you know, I don't know.
You wish you could talk? You're doing it right now.
And it makes him out to look like an idiot, you know, because he's like,
wow, you're talking? I mean, you're talking right now.
And it makes him seem like he doesn't get it. But then he immediately gets it right afterwards. So, you know, I feel like if I kept in the conversate thing, it would have made him look less stupid.
Right now.
And you know, I'm like going so hard on myself, but I think if you clicked on this video, you want to hear me commentate on what I could have done better. So
I'm doing that right now. No, it's harder around other people. Yeah, it's harder around other people.
Harder around people, right?
Also, this lip sync is very good.
It isn't the same.
Harder around people, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
hold on, I should make sure you can actually hear.
It's at the 100, okay.
I didn't think you'd get it.
Everyone gets it. Even for me, it's not like I'm never nervous. Just try talking about something you like.
Something I like. These flowers are nice.
That's another critique I have. So, P-Man over here is like,
Talk about something you like. And then our main character immediately goes on to what his mom likes. Not what he likes.
see, I understand. That does say something about his character, you know. He's thinking about his mom more than him. But also, I feel like we should just know more about the main character. Especially when it's handed in a silver platter like that, you know. And so yeah, we know he's caring, he cares about his mom. But what do we know about him? We basically just know he's nervous and then he creates stuff. He could have probably shared more. Or maybe he could have looked at the flowers and be like... Maybe he could have like shared a memory he had with like some flower, giving it to his mom or something. I don't know. We literally have a scene of him at the grave of his mom giving her flowers. He could have been like,
I really like flowers. They remind me of my mom, and so I go and give her flowers every day.
and even then he'd be talking about his mom, but he'd also be talking about what he likes.
These flowers are nice.
Yeah, I could have changed that.
My mom always loved anything purple.
Hey, you can give some to her then.
I find this really funny. And I don't actually know if flowers die immediately when you pick them up. But, yeah. I guess I just assumed they did. And look at his stupid face.
Stupid reaction. I hate you! Sorry.
That expression's also very cool.
Very cute.
Well, it's dead now.
Also, the acting on the face is pretty impressive here. He
goes like up, and then he goes down. He goes up, and then he goes down. Kind of fits with what he's saying, you know?
It's dead now.
I think while I was saying the line, I was probably like,
It's dead now. And then my eyebrows are going up while I say dead. You know? You know?
Well, it's dead now.
You're right. Oh well.
see, I knew I needed to add some humor here. Because then it would just add to the conversation. I'm not all serious. And you know, something I appreciate about this is because usually in my films or my episodes, like with sub, I would have serious scenes and then I'd add humor somewhere in it. But usually the humor would downplay the rest of the scene. Like, maybe there'd be a scene where someone's limbs got chopped off or something, and then, like, someone would be like,
What are you crying for? It's not like your limbs got cut off. And then everyone would laugh and like, ah!
And then it made the scene seem like it was pointless. But in this scene, I add humor, and And it doesn't subtract from the scene. It isn't like less serious just because they're laughing.
You're right.
They're just like, you know, enjoying themselves.
Oh,
And then, I mean, maybe I pushed it a little with... maybe I pushed it a little with the goat thing, but... even then, it makes sense. He's like...
oh well.
What, are you a goat or something? And then he's like...
God. That's supposed to be like a chiseled jawline, and it just looks horrible.
That's not what I...
You totally meant that.
Bruh.
Yeah.
They look so chill in this shot, too.
They're like, yeah, we just did that.
I don't know. I think you're good at the talking thing.
And yeah, I'm gonna just let this part play out, and then I'm gonna compare it.
Oh, it's a tragic voice crack.
I'm gonna compare it to the original.
Your word is formaldehyde.
I'ma compare it to the original. There we
As
go.
you're sitting
I
in your
don't know.
basement,
I
you
think
hit
you're good
your
at the
vape,
talking
but then
thing.
your mom walks
I
in,
don't see what you
freaks
were
out,
worrying
and
about.
starts listing the
Just
toxic
be
chemicals
yourself.
you could
No
be
one has the
inhaling
right to
into your
judge
body,
that.
like formaldehyde.
I
Which
guess you
she
might
singles
have a
out
point.
because it's the same chemical used to preserve your Uncle Rico's funky-smelling taxidermied fox. Formaldehyde.
The fuck are you talking about?
Vape.
We do not care! Not care. Don't ever interrupt me!
Now I'm gonna play this line.
Oh my god, he's going hard on the guitar! Oh my god.
I don't know. I think you're good
It
at the
brought
talking
tears
thing.
to my eye.
I don't see what you were worrying about. Just be yourself. No one has the right to judge that.
I guess
I
you
guess
might
you're
have a
right.
point.
We should
You
both
be
be Bacchus
yourself, too.
together!
Yap your heart away if it's what you want.
Don't tell me what to do.
Ah.
Okay, I'm joking. Thanks.
Oh, that actually scared me. Don't do that.
Hehe. My bad.
Whatever. So yeah, what am I gonna say about this? What I think can be improved? Well, it's pretty solid.
I don't know.
He's saying, just be yourself. Meanwhile, the main character didn't do much of that in the conversation. It's like, again, like I said, he kind of just talked about his mom. And then anything else he said was reactionary to what P-Man was saying. Because P-Man would be like,
Man, talking so much is a curse. And then MC Flurry would be like, nah, man, it's worse to not talk. And then...
I think I'm making a bad argument, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm saying has any value. I'm gonna check it more.
Purple.
Purple. Luigi likes purple.
Just try talking about something you like. Even if for me, it's not.
I just don't want to make
Yeah.
bad claims, you know.
I didn't think you'd get it.
I gotta
Everyone-
check.
Gets it.
Well, I think my point still stands. He's not. What really counts as being as yourself? Because I guess he is. He's not really faking who he is. Okay, yeah, he's being himself. He could have been more himself, you know. He could have had this line that I really like, where he just talks about himself. He's like,
Today was the first day I've talked to someone this whole school year. This whole day sucks. I can't conversate for crap.
see, little things like that would have showed us how he feels more, you know. But in this one, he basically just reacts, adding a few things like,
I didn't know you'd understand the pain of being an alpha.
but yeah. I feel like he could have been more of himself by like sharing more about him. So when they say,
You just need to be yourself.
I
it kind of falls a little flatter than I would have liked.
I don't know. I think you're good at the talking thing. I don't see what you were worrying about. Just be yourself. No one has the right to judge that.
I think the message still works, but I think this one might be a lot more meaningful. So I'm gonna read it.
I think as long as you exist, you have something interesting to say. It could just be me, but if you're sharing how you feel with me, that's already super valuable. And hey, even if that isn't interesting, who needs someone else's approval to speak?
No, that was super cheesy. That's why I cut it. I cut it because it was super cheesy, and every time I like re-listen to my friend reading the line, it wouldn't even be his fault. It's just that the line is so cheesy, I couldn't like listen to it without like cringing to death. But I think that's just because like anytime I'm vulnerable, I like start cringing. And I was even doing that while the film was premiering to everybody in my animation class. Because my face was red the entire time.
I was like, I can't believe people are seeing this crap.
But I think it has a stronger message, because people can say, be yourself, right? They can say that, but whenever someone says something that they don't really like, or that they don't think is cool, it's usually like, you know,
they don't like that.
And then even then, people know like, oh, I just gotta be myself. But then people are like, well, I'm not interesting enough. I don't have anything. I can be myself, but I'll be boring. Everyone will know I'm boring. And then, it's not an ad, right? Okay. And then, what I think this says, is it basically just says, no matter what, as long as you're sharing how you feel, that's interesting. And I kind of share that sentiment. Whenever someone tells me about anything, I find it interesting no matter what. My friend once was literally just talking about how he ate an apple, and I was like, dude, I love apples. And I found that so interesting, like, just knowing small things about people. So I wanted to drive that point in home. It doesn't always have to be interesting, but as long as you're yourself, just sharing what you think, then that's interesting. And I didn't really have that in the final, and I understand why, because it was pretty cheesy.
I don't know.
And it still kind of gets the same message of be yourself, but it's so simple that it kind of falls flat. It's kind of just like those motivational posters that say, hang in there, be yourself, live, laugh, love. And yeah, I feel like if I went more with the original take, it would have been more meaningful and helped more people. But I'm hoping maybe if you watch the film, you're watching this, and you now hear my
beautiful speech to all you lovely individuals. All you individuals who have value, no matter what you say, and you're loved. I love you. Oh god, why did I say it? No! No!
Okay, please erase that from your mind. That actually made me cringe so bad. See, sometimes I'm like cringe to be funny, but that was too far. That was too far. But now we have the final scene. I'm actually just gonna... Hold on, let me check. I don't think I did anything special in this one. So I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it like this, you know?
But I'll pause accordingly. Let me turn it up. I just love the way you got me feeling. I love the feeling. There we go.
Hey Ma, I've been a little busy today. I wish I had more to give you, but I hope you'll appreciate it. For me, that whole little speech he does, just shut the fuck up. Like, I think it adds a little context and it shows that he's more willing to speak now. But also it's like, man, whatever. You know, like, shut the fuck up. I've been a little busy today.
I've been a little busy, Ma. On that grind set.
I wish I had more to give you.
Shut up.
Get it. I like this. I don't think that's realistic at all, the way the flower falls, but I like it. Also, I realized, like, almost last minute, that we needed something light. We needed, like, to have a light or heavy object, so I'm like,
okay, I'm gonna put a flower.
And I actually added this after the scene. This wasn't originally, in the storyboards, this was nowhere to be found, the flower existing. But since I added little P-Man eating the flower, I thought, hey, he should bring one of the flowers to his mom, like P-Man suggested. So then he did. And yeah.
I like the music for this scene too. I'm gonna let it shine. Why are you frozen? Oh my dough. Alright, let's do this.
Appreciate it. I hate this part. I hate this part right here. Not this. Why is it frozen? Why are you doing this to me? Alright.
Annoying.
So I hate specifically this, because he's bouncing up and down, and every time I watch it, it reminds me of some stupid animation meme,
where they're like, where they suddenly become edgy. He's like, wait, I'm edgy now.
But no, it's supposed to be, he's celebrating, he's like, oh my god, I got what I wanted this whole time. I'm finally back in my bubble. And then he's like remembering everything he did. And he glances over to his mom
at the grave. And he notices all the souvenirs, basically. He's oh my god. Get this out of here. He's reminded of everything he went through. And how it was kind of cool at the same time. He's like, wow.
And oh my god, that sound effect, that adds so much. I found it on like freesound.org or whatever. I don't know where I found it. And that laugh is so genuine.
It's not my laugh. I didn't record that. And it has the echo. And it's so good. It's so good.
And like, that's the main message. If he were to go into his bubble, he wouldn't be laughing no more. He wouldn't be having these cool experiences, meeting these new people. He would just be by himself again. And he realized that, and he's like,
damn. I don't want to do that. And he's like, ah.
He turns it off. And you know, usually in stories like this, that would be the end. He decides to stop using the gadget.
And then he's cured, right? He's cured. Because he never wants to... Because he never wants to ever be anxious again. He never wants to be on his own. But that's not realistic, you know? That's not the story I wanted to tell.
So, he says, oh, I want to go talk to these people. But at the same time, it's so nerve-wracking, and he's like,
man, I could just go back. I could just go back to being all comfortable and stuff. Because this is really scary. What if they don't like me?
So he stares at it, he's like,
nah. He destroys that shit.
and, this was supposed to be in the video. He's supposed to walk over to them afterwards. I don't know how, but somehow my editing software just forgot to render this image. I don't know how or why. But, whatever. I kind of like this, because it leaves it up to interpretation.
What does he do?
And maybe if I ever were to make this into a show, it'd be a good question to answer. And these credits, I'm gonna just let them play. They're fire.
And no, his friends aren't dead. But these flowers are, you know, they gave his mom some flowers to be nice, you know. Let's go left from right. This is P-Man. This is Pretty Hair Person. This is the main character's flower. This is the trapezoid guy. And this is Analog.
Those would be his main 5 friends. He'd probably make more friends. Maybe. Like, maybe he'd befriend these people. Where are they? Maybe he'd befriend them, but they wouldn't be, like, super close. Those 5, he'd be pretty close with. So, yeah.
Actually, those 4. Because he doesn't count.
But yeah, that's the end of the film. And I really like having that at the end. That wasn't originally planned. But yeah. Although even the ending I have some sort of critique with. Because it's kind of saying the message that,
hey, if you decide to meet people, you'll meet people and you'll have friends instantly. And it's basically you solved all your problems in life. And that's kind of stupid. But I don't have the time to have a nuanced ending where he's like still lonely, but a little better. I don't have time for that, so I just like gave him a good ending because like he deserves it or something. So
I mean, that would have been really cool though. And that was the original plan for the credits. It'd be him like It'd be him, yeah, he'd be talking to the people he met. But they wouldn't be, like, super close. They would just be friends. That's just kind of sad, you know? Like, we don't need that much realism. Like,
even if you do meet people, they'll be acquaintances at best. And then they'll eventually leave you. And they'll always have friends that are closer to them than you. Because you simply weren't there from the start.
And sure, that's realistic, but that's sad, and we don't need that. So, that was not the ending. I'm sorry if this seems too much of a...
He gets a good ending and nothing bad ever happens. But, yeah, I don't know. Deal with it, I guess. But yeah, that was the end of my silly little film. And I only took 1 hour and 15 minutes to go over it all. There's probably a few more stuff that I could go through. But I don't feel like leaking all my files when I look for other stuff. So, this is as good as you get. I feel so Simga. Goodbye.